Dang, TNA, don't do him like that. Let him get in. Let him get in, man. Don't do him like that, TNA. Don't do him like that. Let him get in. Let him get in, TNA. Ski. Ski. Spy. Dang, you already asked for stuff. Didn't show no love, no likes. Just Tesla. Tesla? Tesla? We're going to look at Tesla, don't worry. We're going to look at Tesla. What's up, y'all? Will SPY break all-time highs? Is that even a question now? Of course. Is that even a question, though? Of course SPY going to break all-time highs. It's almost there anyways. But let's run up to, let's get this at least to 2K likes. 3K likes before we really get started. My boy DDS17, he been making stupid amounts of bread. Haven't seen you live in a minute. We charged up. Oh yeah, I've been busy, man. I've been busy. Amazon, SPY. Appreciate it, John. Amazon. We're gonna look at Amazon. We're gonna look at a lot of stuff. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. But first, like I said, man, we need at least 2K likes before we really get started. Because I do think there's a lot of things to be looking at inside of the market. I know a lot of you guys are seeing them, like it just inch up pretty much. It literally is just inching up, which is what we said was gonna happen, right? We said this was gonna happen. This isn't new stuff that we didn't talk about. You know, you understand? Like we didn't say there was a big pullback coming. There's a, you know, we knew this was gonna continue to inch upwards and not let that many people in if you aren't planning on buying at a not so good price, like if it was down here, right? We knew it was just going to inch upward. So there's still a lot of things inside the market, though, that looks very, very good. You know, if you're in the Discord, you know, CRISPR looks good. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we can still talk about. So, yeah. Let's look at Tesla, though. A lot of you guys don't look at Tesla. We'll look at Tesla. We'll look at Tesla, man. 2K. Oh, dang. Okay, you guys got the 2K. You let me know. You let me know you got the 2K. Man, keep running it up. Keep running it up. But before we look at Tesla, actually, I do want to look at some stuff I want to look at first. We'll look at Amazon's. We'll look at Tesla's. We still got to see how the Q's price target's doing, how the Q's is doing overall. And like you see, it's breaking all-time highs, man. And to be honest, this is something that we've talked about for quite some time. Some of you guys remember, the OGs remember. And it's just coming into fruition, man. We made a whole lot of money on the way. And I don't think it's done, okay? But there will be a time where all this will come crumbling down, and it will be done, okay? It will be done. All right? But for now, I think the rally will continue. The rally will continue. But yeah, as you see, the dollar's coming into a bounce area. I do find this specifically interesting. I find this the most interesting thing so far. That the dollar is coming into demand level where you saw it bounce back in January and you saw it bounce back on that in March as well. So it is coming into demand. That's something to pay attention to. But for the Qs, we should see the Qs continue to go to new highs. I mean, the market's not going to go to all-time highs and then stop right there. Okay? It's at least going to overshoot it a little bit. Maybe in the 420s. We'll have to see. But as for a measured move, I mean, we do have a measured move up to 444, which is interesting. All right, so that's the price target we should be looking forward to, 444. You know there's double toppers that are trying to get the double top. You know there's people that missed the rally that are trying to get into the rally. Spot where the Qs even broke the left shoulder, which we talk about a whole lot. So a lot of people might have thought this was going to be a head and shoulders, but no, it broke the left shoulder. And like I said, it always breaks the high after it breaks that left shoulder. Okay, so anyways, that's what I'm looking at for the Qs. I'm looking at it to continue to march upwards. I mean, there's nothing even here. Like, it's literally just following the EMA anyways. You look at the daily, you look at the 8 hour, the weekly. It's an uptrend. It's an uptrend market. I mean, even if you look in 2021, even if you look back in 2021, this is exactly what it was doing the same time. And if you guys remember anything of 2021, this mark, I think this one's gonna go even crazier. I think we should get to 444. I think we're gonna end up having a euphoric top. So that's what I'm looking forward to. As you hear my baby crying, my baby Cash, Papa boys go crazy. Thank God I'm in. Pencils up. AI, BT. All right. Anyways, let's look at the Qs. Let's look at Tesla. We'll look at Tesla, man. I want to look at the fear and greed index too. We haven't looked at that in a minute. Although, like I said, some of you guys remember back in 2021, like that bull market, like we stayed in extreme greed. We stayed in the 80s. We bounced back to hit, like the 70s, and then, but it stayed in extreme greed. Kind of like a lot of you guys remember back in 2022, where it stayed in extreme fear for a long time. Like we never really got to that greed side, okay? But I like paying attention to that. And then the put and calls, I don't know how. All right, who getting into puts, man? Who getting into puts, man? Who getting into puts? Because why is this going up? Man, y'all crazy, man. Who getting into puts, man? I was anticipating this to be below 6, like 0.65, 0.64. I think TikTok got me shadow banned. But, man, what is this, man? Who getting into puts, man? That's actually crazy. But anyways, let's look at Tesla. Actually crazy. So for Tesla, nothing has changed from what we talked about from Tesla weeks ago. I told you it was just going to sit here and chop you out. It was just going to sit here and chop you out. Have some days where it goes up, but for the main part, it's just going to sit here and chop you out. So if you're not looking to get, some June calls or maybe some May or April calls for like the 270s, this is one that you just got to sit back and day trade. There's no reason for you to be looking to get into a week out options and hoping to, you know what I'm saying, or some 2 week out. But I do think there's some sort of big breakout coming for Tesla. So this is definitely one you want to keep on your day trade watch list. Anyways, okay? This is one that you got to be looking at on a daily basis because it's going to give you a decent sized move every day. And it's on the verge of giving you a $20 day. And the reason I say that is because since December 18th, this thing has just been rejecting this 258 level, okay? You see all these wicks. It wicked. Okay? And you even zoom out, and I tell you guys, when you look at a head and shoulders, like you see the left shoulder right here, you see the head, and you see the right shoulder. You see the left shoulder, you see the head, and you see the right. This thing is on the verge of breaking out from that head, okay? Because it's almost already breaking above the left shoulder. So you should anticipate this to continue higher. Why would you even be bearish on Tesla? Like, really think about that for a second. It's trending upwards on the 4-hour time frame. On an 8-hour time frame, it looks great. Tesla looks good to me. Why be bearish on something like this? Especially when you look at it on a bigger time frame. Like, we look at this on huge time frames like the weekly. You guys know me, man. If you want to make free bread, like free and easy, stress-free money, you got to be looking at bigger time frames and going from there, buying like 4 or 5 months out, because that's how you could just sit back, relax, and you don't really have to worry about timing it. You just all right. Oh shoot, I'm up 1,000%. I'm up 1,000% for this day. And you guys see that happening with stuff like TNA. Like, this is, I get so mad at some of y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna vent for a little bit. I get so mad at some of y'all because you join the Discord, you get into the Discord, and you sitting here like, man, when we get into the next play, when the next play, y'all want to hop into everything every single day, not realizing that all you had to do was hold the positions that we called out for you. We don't call these April positions out for you to sell tomorrow. We don't call these January positions out for you to sell tomorrow. These June positions for you to sell tomorrow. You can. It's your portfolio at the end of the day. But when there's a huge green day and you see these people posting 1,000%, 315%, TNA, I'm up 1,000. Like, I'm up 723% on December 19th. Today I was up 1,000%, and these were called out, in October. And some of you guys are wondering what are plays is that, like, bro, are you serious? So you got to learn how to be patient in these type of markets, man. Cash agrees with me, obviously. He crying to y'all. He begging y'all, man. He literally begging y'all to get into these long term positions, and that's the main thing I want to talk about today. Yeah, Tesla's cool. Yeah, you could hop into some Tesla calls and obviously probably make some money if you get like some May calls or something. Obviously they're expensive, but you're almost, I'm not gonna say guaranteed, but you have a high percent chance of making some money with something like Tesla because, like I said, since it was 197, since it was down here at 153, you know, we did the same exact thing where we drew this flag, and you know, we drew the measurement to 300 back in May, and it reached that back in July. The same thing is going to play out for Tesla, but it's going to get to 335 or even all-time highs. It's going to end up breaking this left shoulder, right? You guys know what I tell you. Like, you have the left shoulder, you have the head, and now you have the right. This thing is going to end up breaking above that left shoulder, and the next thing is going to take away that head, okay? That's what always happens, okay? I mean, I can show you plenty of stocks where that's happened. So for Tesla, I got it going to 335 for whoever asking about Tesla, man. You have longs in Tesla? No. I don't really like messing with these expensive. If I was to mess with Tesla, I would want to get like some March 270s, and I know they're going for over 1,000 a piece. So no, I'd rather look at something like Run or something like TNA, something that the contracts you can get 100 of them, but they run 20% a day. They'll give you, you know, we're in that type of market, okay? And we've been in that type of market for some time. I've been trying to tell you guys, man. We've been in that market for some time now. Since this time last year, I was telling you that the market was bullish, and you should be up bands. You should be up bands just for what we talked, because I am. You should be up so much right now, but you know, maybe it just isn't your season to be patient. Maybe you had to learn in this bull run, and don't worry, there's still a lot of plays to be had, you know. But it's just a learning process to where you got to be patient in this stuff. But the reason I'd rather mess with something like Run is because in 2 weeks it'll give you 64%, and if you got and the contracts are cheap, like $14 calls for January 19th for Run. I'm sure they're going for less than $50 back when it was $12. If that makes sense to a lot of you guys. So Tesla, no. Do I think Tesla's gonna go up? Yes. But would I mess with it? No. I think there's different. Like, I'd rather mess with something like SE or Run, or. But that's just me. That's how I trade. Parth, he would probably say something else. Nix, he'll probably say something else. Megs, he'll probably say something else. But me, I'm gonna mess with the crispers, and we gonna make money regardless. You can make money either avenue you choose. But anyways, let's move on. Let's move on, man. Coinbase. You don't look at Coinbase? Do you post your lives anywhere once you're done? Yes, all of them go on YouTube, okay? I'll answer that question really quick. They all go on YouTube, okay? And I just want to go to the YouTube really quick because I don't really promote it as much. Like, I really, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to go to the YouTube, you can go to the YouTube. But Mara, Sound, okay, we're going to look at all those. Don't worry. We're going to look at all those. But if you guys remember, back in June, back in April, back in March, stock market squeeze. Like, a lot of these lives were literally called stock market squeeze. Pullback almost completed. This was when? This was in February. This is in February, man. But anyways, let's move on, man. Let's move on. What calls are you in on Run? All right, stop calling me that, man. He said, Poppy. If you're in the Discord, you know. I'm not going to tell you because, there's people in the Discord that got it, and I want to be fair. All right, join the Discord. There's actually a holiday sale anyways. How's China doing? Let's take a peek at China. Because I think there is some opportunity in China. There's always been opportunity in China. The thing with China right now is that it wants to chop out some people, man. It has to get some people out. Has to fake out some people. It's too obvious of an opportunity right now. What I'll tell you with China is that it needs to stay above 16,000. Okay? That's one thing that China needs to do. It needs to stay above 16,000. And if you look at it, it's currently in the buy area right here anyway. So, and this is the Hang Seng I'm looking at. Okay? So, there's no way I short it right here regardless. And it even looks like it's kind of gapping up today is what it looks like, because I'm looking at this candle right here and it's gapped up. So China looks good. It's in the buy area. I wouldn't short it until it goes below 16,000 anyways. That's when I would turn, okay. That's when I'd be like, okay, China might not be as bullish as we think. at least until we catch that bounce at 14,000. Okay, but those are two things I'm looking at. To be honest, if you're not diversified in China, like if you're in the Discord, you should know what we're in. And if you want to catch these moves, you want to make sure you're diversified in China anyways. And by that, I mean you get some leaps in it, man. Maybe you look at some Baidu or some Futu. I don't know how you want to. If you're in the Discord, you know what we're in. But you got to diversify in it, man. Okay? Baba, DKS. All right, let's look at Amazon. A lot of you guys want to look at Amazon, and Amazon's one that I want to look at as well. First of all, before we look at Amazon, we have to look at the monthly time frame. If you look at the monthly time frame, some of you guys remember we had that big rally back in 2021 and 2020. Like from September 2020 to like December 2021, we had this most insane rally inside of all markets. Bitcoin went to 64K. You know, Google went to all-time highs, Microsoft, etc. This is what Amazon did. That's what Amazon did. So guess what's going to happen this time? It is now broken above that left shoulder, right? This is the left shoulder. It could have formed a right shoulder here. It didn't. It broke above that left shoulder. Guess what's going to happen next? It's going to take away that high. Okay? That's what Amazon's going to do. This is probably one of the most obvious stocks inside the market, and the only way you can mess this up is if you aren't buying time and you're trying to predict all-time highs in 2 weeks. That's the only way you can mess up Amazon. This is probably one of the easiest equity plays, easiest money you can make in a very long time. We've been saying that since it was 119. Now it's at 153. But even if you look at the monthly, it's closing above. I like looking at bigger time frames, and the month is almost over. Okay, you want to. Some of you guys are like, dang, bro, I'm trying to trade for tomorrow. I'm trying to look at the hourly. I'm trying to catch a move tomorrow. I'm trying to get 1,000% tomorrow. I got a New Year's vacation. Man, I got a New Year's vacation I'm trying to pay for. Look at the monthly. The month is almost over. You want to see what candles are closing at resistances. See what candles are closing above where they haven't closed before. And you look at Amazon, and it's closing above a huge resistance. You see where it has bounced from a bunch of times. Look at right here. This is all of 2020 and 2021, and all it did was sit here, consolidate, bounce right there, and then finally in 2022, where it had that bit where we had that slight little correction inside the market. This is where it broke down and went all the way to $85. It's closing above there right now. Okay, so on a bigger time frame, if we're looking at Amazon, and you want to make some easy money on it, which I like coming on here and talking about easy money, because tomorrow's is look, some of you guys don't know this, man, but if you just trade on the 5-minute, you have the lowest probability of actually making money. That's just a fact. If you go to the monthly, you have a higher probability, weekly higher, daily higher, 8-hour higher, 4-hour higher, but that's how it goes. It goes lower time frames to higher time frames, the lower probabilities to the higher probability. Okay? So if you want to make easy money, you would probably just get some April Amazon calls or some June, and just relax. Okay? That's really all right, and just chill. And then all of a sudden you look on Groundhog Day. When Groundhog Day? You look on Valentine's Day. There you go. Some of you, whoever, you look on Valentine's Day and you like, oh shoot, I'm up 200%. Let me take out the money I put in, so I can buy some gifts for some people. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's move on. Day trading is tough business. Exactly. That's why I come on here, and you want to make day trading easy. Some of you guys think you need ICT, you need bull diverse, you need all this random stuff, but really the only thing you need is a bias. You need to know that the market is bullish. You need to know that the market is not bearish, or you need to know the market is bearish. Imagine if you were literally just bullish this entire year. Imagine. Wait, Wham did. You know what I'm saying? God did. But imagine if you just had a bullish bias this entire year. No bearishness came across your mind. You knew the market was going up based off whatever you seen, whatever you saw. You would have made a lot of money. Okay? So it's often not about the strategy you use, because strategies are useless. Strategies are useless literally if you don't know which way the market is about to go. If you don't know the trend of it. Oh shoot! It look bullish right here. It's about to break from a bull flag, but we're in a bear market. Notice bull flags are working right now. Notice they're going crazy. They're going stupid. Why? Because we're in a bull market. The trend is bullish. All right. Anyways, let's move on. He said, this guy talked too much. Why are you in here then? Tesla no good anymore. I got 200 on Christmas added to Tesla. Nice. Tesla or MSTR? MSTR. Somebody said MSTR. This is one that we've been talking about for quite some time. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I know you guys want to move on. But MSTR has been one that a lot of OGs know. First of all, who's in MSTR? That's inside the Discord. Who's heard me talking about MSTR since it was at 210, since it was at 320, and I was begging you to buy. I have a TikTok video about it being the best stock to own in 2023, 2024, and beyond. This is probably one of the best stocks to own. Okay, because it's going to over 3K easily. But anyways, I like MSTR. I like MSTR more than Tesla because I think MSTR will give you more X's. As in, this will probably go up 4 or 5X versus Tesla. It'll probably go up 1.5, 2. You know. But anyways. What are we looking at? What you guys want to look at? Put in the comments what stocks you guys want to look at. Are you in Sol? Of course we're in Solana. That was actually the ones we were talking about on futures and crypto. Jasmine's another one. Let's look at Disney. MSTR every day. Sometimes 2 times. Yeah, man. Like, that's just an easy one. Like, I like coming on here and making sure that we talk about just the easy ones first. You know what I'm saying? Like, MSTR, easy. You'll easily make some money. Amazon, you'll easily make some money. Now, let's talk about the high reward, the high reward plays like TNA. We talked about TNA back when it was $21. It's at 40, and I'm up 1,000%. And you don't even want to know. You don't even want to know how much I put in versus how much I have now, because some of you guys would be like, "Dang, I was in there, bro, and I sold at 30%. And I have 6 months on it, so I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm not even gonna talk about it, man. I'm not." But if you look at Disney, Disney's ready to go, man. Disney's ready to go. When? No clue. How? I don't know. I don't know how it will go up. I don't know when. I don't know. But the only thing you have to know is that Disney will go up. That's what you have to know. So how can you position yourself? You get leaps on it. You get some long-term equity on it maybe. But Disney is a company that's been around since, come on now, since before a lot of you guys were born. Shoot, since before anybody, well, I'm not gonna say anybody, 1970s, okay? Like, you gotta be pretty old. Anyways, Disney's gonna continue to go up. And I tell you guys, first of all, it's sitting in this nice little flag. It's just consolidating in a nice flag. And it gapped up for earnings, okay? If you're in the Discord, you already know we're in for Disney. Stay patient, just relax, okay? But for Disney, you know what it's in. It has a measure move to 106. I think that's light. I think it'll probably go way past that. But in the short term, you should potentially see this at 106. And I always tell you guys, when a stock gaps up for earnings, like you've seen with Disney back in November 8th, it gapped up, had that huge gap up. It continues to go up. Very rarely do you see a gap up for earnings and then it comes back down. I've actually never seen that. I'm not going to say never. I'm sure we've seen that. But there's an 80 to 85% chance that when a stock gaps up for earnings, it continues to go. I can show you that with a plentiful of stocks. I can show you it with Netflix. I can show you with Twilio. I can show you with DKS. I can show, like, there's so many stocks I can show you that has happened. Okay? Netflix was one of them. Like, we just easily look at Netflix. Netflix gap up, it just went up. This was the gap up, it continued to go up. Target was another one. We actually caught Target, and Target paid out, man. Target went from 107, gapped up to 130, and then it's just continued to go. It's at 141 now. So when we look at something like Disney, it's a patience play. It's not one that I look to day trade because it doesn't really move that fast. I actually got caught and lost some money on Disney, I think like 2 weeks ago. You know, trying to day trade it. Disney's not one that I look to day trade until it fully gets its legs, which it will. I don't know if some of you guys remember back in like 2021. This was one that just went randomly. Okay? A lot of you guys don't remember. Back in 2020, this was one that a lot of people were waiting for. Like it was sitting here doing exactly what it's doing today, chopping randomly. Like it's just not doing much. And then all of a sudden it just hits you one week with over like a $20 day, $20 week. So that's what I'm anticipating for something like Disney. How can you mess it up? You don't. You try to time it. You try to time it. That's the only way you can mess up Disney and a lot of these stocks is you try to time it. You try to get 1 week. You try to get 2 weeks. You try to get the cheap contracts and be cheap. Look, we're in a bull market to where if you can't afford the good contracts, look for something else because there's going to be something even better for you. Like BTBT is something that a lot of you guys overlooked. A lot of you guys didn't even think was going to go up. You saw that $2. You were like, man, I ain't buying no $2 stock. Now it's up 100% from where we called it out from. The contracts are going absolutely crazy. I put in like $1,000. It's at like 4K in the span of like 1 month. And this is one that will literally take, this is one, I don't even want to talk about where it go, man. But the reason I'm saying that is because if you can't afford the good, expensive contracts, like some of you guys might want to get into Tesla, some Tesla calls. But the only way you can afford it is if you get some January, or no, some December 29th, 260s. That's the only way you can afford it. Because those contracts are the weeklies and they're cheap. They're cheap for a reason, by the way. Those contracts cheap for a reason. Now, I'm not saying you can't always mess with it because there is times you can, but like those contracts cheap for a reason. All right, so if you can't afford it, look for something that you can afford because there's a bunch of stocks out there. There's T-Docs, which it moves very fast and the contracts are cheap and you can buy some time on them. Like I'm talking about, you can get 5 months out for them, $22 in the money, and then they're like $100 per contract. And you best believe T-Dot actually goes up fast. Anyways, I just gave you guys a whole bunch of game there. My bad. What do you consider good contracts? Some time on them, maybe like 4 to 5 months, and then a strike price that isn't too far off the money. So if I was looking at Tesla and I wanted some good contracts, I would maybe get the 275s or 280s Aprils. Because I know Tesla goes up crazy. I know Tesla's a high flyer. Like you can see, Tesla moves a lot. But for something like, let's say for something like Run, if I was looking at Run, or maybe not Run, maybe like PayPal. There we go. PayPal's a good one. I would look to get maybe the 65 Marches. It depends on the stock and how fast it moves. Okay. All right. Anyways, let's move on. Kathy owns a lot of T-Dot. Yeah, Kathy does own a lot of T-Dot. Let's look at what Kathy owns and what she's been buying, because in a bull market, you want to listen to the people. Look, ARK has announced themselves as the new Qs, as the new innovative ETF, which is completely true considering the Qs, they literally just hold Amazon, Microsoft, Apple. They hold all the, generic stuff that a lot of people know. But something like ARK, its main holding is something like Coinbase, Tesla. You know what I'm saying? So in a bull market, you want to look for these innovative stocks, these innovative ETFs that are going to be high flyers, because these are going to end up giving you these are cheap, good contracts if you can't afford something like Tesla, is what I'm saying. Okay, so the more you know, the more stocks you know, the more ETFs you know, the stuff we talk about on here, the more you can put on your watch list. Look for contracts that fit your budget and then go from there. Because for TNA, they were going for $35 a piece for some April contracts, 45 strike. And some of you guys know this is the 3X for IWM. Now they're going for $35 when we bought them, and when I was calling them out in the Discord. Now they're going for $400 a piece. So you could have bought 10 of those $35 contracts. You put in $350 in October. You could have came out with $4K by December. You could have bought 20 of them, and you could have came out with $10K. So, and the 20 of them only would have cost you like $700. You could have turned $710K. So it's all about finding good stocks that fit your budget, that move decently well, and going from there. Okay, but Kathy Woods has bought. She actually sold a lot of GBTC, which is interesting. She sold a lot. Bought some Zoom. Let's go to the combined. Okay, it is trades. Okay, she hasn't really bought anything for past 6 days, but she bought a lot of Tesla, like you see. Tesla, that's interesting. Square. She's buying Zoom. Selling Path and Coinbase and Pins. I think Pins is an interesting one. Who the heck is buying Pins? All right, so those are all interesting things that you need to pay attention to. Like I actually remember pins back in 2020, 2021, and this was flying high. Like it was going absolutely crazy. And maybe it could pull off something. Like look at what pins did at this same level that Kathy's buying at. At $37, this thing just zoomed all the way up to 88. Okay, so pins is an interesting one. Although I think I'm too late on this one. I would have loved to caught it around here. Anyways, let's move on. I'm here, Juan. What's up, man? What's up? Make sure you guys are inside the Discord, okay? Make sure you guys are inside the Discord. The link is in the bio. We have a sale, okay? It's a 50% off sale, okay? And this is the last sale for quite some time. Like I'm talking about until, man, January there's nothing, February there's nothing, March there's nothing, April probably to like Labor Day. Like this is the last sale for quite some time where you can get 50% off. So I want you guys to take advantage of that. Anyways. Is oil making a comeback? You think it's too late for T-Doc? No. I don't even got to look at T-Doc. Oil is not making a comeback, okay? Don't for a second get confused that oil is going to make a comeback. Please, man. Please. Just go outside. Go to your local gas station. Look at the prices of gasoline. And then remember what it was about 5-6 months ago. It dropped significantly, didn't it? Please don't get tricked by oil, okay? If I'm particularly looking for that 159 reject. I'm looking for it to get back to 159, and then I'm looking to get into some shorts, okay? And I've been bearish on oil since, a lot of you guys know this, since February, March, like for a while. I just know this isn't, to me, I don't think this is going to push back to all-time highs. Now, if I'm wrong, cool. But I think this is going to end up continuing to dump. I think oil's done. All right, me personally, I'm gonna wait for it to get to 159 and then get some long-term out shorts for it. I see this going way back down to the 120s. CVX is one that I like to look at now. There's XOM, etc. But yeah. Do you look at pharmaceutical stocks? I got insight on them. I can use the expertise on them. I don't really look at pharmaceuticals, and I know big old like stuff like that. But me personally, I don't like looking at stocks that have you got the FDA approval. You got the FDA approval. There's big news coming. I don't really like looking at stocks like that. But healthcare, like health tech or health technology, yeah, is something that I actually really, really think is bullish. And that's why I'm saying this, because somebody asked about CVS as well, and CVS is one that we've been paying attention to. But CRISPR, like the T-Docs, the UNHs, like the health techs, I think those could actually have a very good 2024. And if you're in the Discord, you're positioned for it. Don't worry. But for something like CVS, this is something that somebody called out 2 weeks ago, back when it was $74 for $75, and we said this was a bottoming out pattern. Okay, so this was something that we were absolutely calling calls for. This is something that we were absolutely talking about. That's why you need to tune into these live streams consistently, because we talked about CVS 2 weeks ago, back when it was $74, $75. Nix was all over this one. All right, so I think it's going to continue to go up. It's breaking out of a huge resistance. The only way you can mess this up is if you try to time it, is if you get scared if it dips a little bit, if you aren't buying time, etc. Look at what it's breaking out from. First of all, this is a false breakout. So this is all a false breakout, and then you had that significant drop. But you have all this resistance that it's coming up on, and it's breaking out. This is a bottoming out pattern. This is a bull market. You best believe CVS is going to continue. And it fits in with the health technology. Like it is like a health, like it's like a health store. Like I put it in that category. But yeah, CVS Health Corporation. So CVS looks very good. It broke out from here. Me personally, I missed it. I'm not going to try to get into it anymore. I'd rather wait for some sort of pullback or just look for other things in general. But yeah, I like it. It's going to continue to go up. I would, if I was looking at it, like if I really wanted to get CVS, I didn't want to get, and I wasn't looking to average down as much, and I wasn't looking to get not that great of an entry. Like for some of you guys, you have enough buying power in your account, or you have enough time to where you're able to be like, okay, I'm buying 500 now. I'm gonna see if it comes down, and now I'm gonna put another 500, and you could do stuff like that, and that's the perks of having a bigger account. But for some people, like they don't have that big of an account. They got to get the entry perfect, because if not, they're gonna get scared if CVS drops 30%, and their account is like, yo, like they getting scared, But So if I was looking at CVS and I had a small account, I'd be looking for it to come down, at least to like 75, or at least retest that 21 EMA, because inside of bull markets, it follows that 21 EMA very, very good. Okay, so I'd wait for it to come down to 75, 76, at least retest something. But if I had a bigger account, I'd get in right now, and I'd get like the June or July 80, $85 calls, and then I would just average in if it does dip down lower, or whatever it does. Because it could do something like this. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways. All right, you've been saying sound for a minute. Let's look at sound. I know that's an AI stock. I know it's probably about to go crazy. But I'm gonna have to pass, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. You gonna have to get somebody else to do it on this one. Sorry, man. I'm sorry. But it's funny. This one could be one that is a very inexpensive one that moves a lot. Like you remember back in July when we had that extreme move. Some of you guys remember back in that May and July, June run. This one did end up going from $2 all the way up to $5. So this could be a sleeper one. It's a micro cap, 520 million micro. So, and it's AI, it has that AI in it. So, it could do something nice, but I don't want to put too much people on this one because I'm not quite sure. So, I don't want to put too much people on this one and say it looks amazing and somebody go out, buy some contracts and then just do this. You know what I'm saying? Like MULN. I don't want to get nobody trapped in something like that. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. I would say this is a high risk, very high reward. So yeah. Anyways, make sure you guys are following the Twitter. Okay, we're giving away a PS5. We'll look at Unity, AMRX. You guys want to look at so much. We'll look at it, man. Don't worry. But we are giving away a PS5. Okay, we hit a banger inside the Discord. Bomb was just in here, I believe. Make sure you guys are following the Bomb account. That's just betting, sports betting. We do some sports betting as well. And I took the Bomb parlay. Somebody said take this, man. Somebody said get into the Grizzlies money line, get into the John Morant 8 assists, get into the Jaren Jackson 6 rebounds. And I was like, all right, man, I got some money on the side. I'm gonna put in 189. Man, bro made me 1.6. He made me 1.6K. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna give away a PS5 with some of the winnings. So if all you got to do is go retweet it, like, and follow the WAM account, which is link in the bio. It's just Wealth on Mars, and you can enter yourself to win a PS5. The giveaway will be this Sunday, okay? Anyways, let's move on. Somebody said, what is a PS5? You know what a PS5 is, man. You know. Let's look at IWM. All right. If we look at IWM, this is something that we begged you guys to buy. I'm actually mad at some of y'all, man, because I'm mad. I'm not mad at y'all. I'm like, I wish you would have learned sooner, because this is something I had to learn, back in my journey to hold stuff, to not buy these cheap weekly contracts. My boy Gucci put me on. I'm gonna be honest. To not buy these cheap weekly contracts when you could buy these further out contracts and make way more money. Way more money. You make way more money. Okay? So for something like IWM and TNA, we basically were telling you to pretty please buy right here. Pretty please buy right here. It's 165, 170. Pretty please buy right here. Why? Because money shifts from big caps to mid caps to small caps. So how do you capitalize on Microsoft going to all-time highs and Apple going to all-time highs and you missed it? You would just mess with the mid caps and small caps, and that's exactly what happened, okay? That's exactly what happened. All right, so for something like IWM, all you have to do is know that this is going to continue to march to all-time highs, okay? It's going to continue to march to all-time highs. That's all you got to know. That's all you got to know. All right, so if I'm looking at it, do I really want to mess with it after it's done a move like this and I'm not in? No, I don't. I'll be honest. No. So if you're looking at IWM and you're trying to do anything but day trade this, like this is now just to me, because I'm already in and I was buying way down here and Wom was buying way down here. We called it out way down here. To me now, this is just a day trade. You know, you want to hedge some of your stuff. You want to, you know, I wouldn't sit here and tell you to buy this for, you know, I wouldn't. I wouldn't sit here and tell you to get some long swings on this one, all right? But I do think this is going to continue to march upwards, and I always tell you guys, if you don't learn anything from WOM, if you haven't learned anything from WOM, please learn this, okay? Please learn this. I'm gonna show you real quick. Okay? You have the left shoulder. You have the left shoulder. You have the head. What do I always tell you guys? If the right shoulder breaks out from that left shoulder, you can almost guarantee that it's going to take out the head as well, okay? And that's exactly what IWM has done. So anytime you see a head and shoulders, or it looking like it's going to form a head and shoulders, look to see if it takes out this left shoulder first. Okay? Look to see what it does at this left shoulder. Because if it breaks out from that left shoulder, it's almost guaranteed it's going to take out the head, okay? And that's exactly what IWM has been doing. That's exactly why. That's actually a lot of, like, if you look back at a lot of these stocks, that's exactly what they've been doing. Like TNA, man. TNA, and the reason I'm not telling you to get into these long-term swings and these long-term holds is because we've been in IWM. And some of you guys, TNA is just the 3X of IWM. We've been in IWM. We got the April for, like, you guys remember me talking about this one a while ago, right? All right. Look, I didn't do anything today. But somehow on the day, you don't want to see how much I'm up for the what is it, P&L day, and there's P&L overall or something like that. You don't want to see the overall. You don't. But just for today, with the positions that we talked about in the long-term holds, and that we swung over, we swung and in the channels, and I didn't do anything, and somehow I'm up 4.5K today. That's it. Didn't do nothing. I was just patient, chilled. And I bet a lot of you guys are doing the same thing. Okay? I've been trying to get a game. I've been trying to get a formula, but I can't force your head down and drink the water. And SoFi's doing great, man. SoFi is one of them that is the reason I'm up. I told you guys what SoFi was going to do back when it was $7, $6, okay? So, look, the reason I don't want to look at a lot of the positions you guys want to look at, like somebody asked about SoFi. Knowing us, back in November, we got into the June $9 SoFi calls. So for some of this stuff, it's like, okay, what looks really good right now that hasn't really broke out? Somebody just said a stock that I really like, and we're gonna look at it, okay? But like for some of this stuff, you guys gotta realize, man, like there's other, like, you're getting front ran at some point. You're literally getting front ran ran around the block. This was December 6th. You don't want to see how much it's up today, but this was December 6th. They were up 72%. The June 2024 bro. But somebody said CRISPR, and I'm gonna put you guys on game real quick, okay? Somebody said CRISPR. We're gonna look at CRISPR. If you're in the Discord, you already know. CRISPR is one that I really like. And if you know Kathy Woods, we can actually see. I want to see how much Kathy Woods owns. I know she owns some CRISPR. Yeah, I know she owns some CRISPR. Look at this, man. She been buying up CRISPR December 12th, December 11th, December 11th, December 8th, November 1st, October. She's been buying CRISPR every month. And CRISPR hasn't really done much. It's been just sitting here. These are the stocks I'm trying to tell you guys about, man. Like, if you want to be early, if you want to front run people, which is the main thing we like talking about on WOM, like, we don't want to go with the masses. We don't want to go with the sheep. We want to sell our contracts to the latecomers. Sure, you can have 5 of my contracts. I'm up 1,000% here. Here, bro, you can have them. You can gladly have them, and I'll gladly sell them to you. For something like CRISPR, this is something that could break out and continue to march its way to all-time highs. And that's above $200, okay? I always tell you guys, you have this left shoulder. Now, this is a huge one. Left shoulder. right shoulder, and you have this humongous head. CRISPR currently, this could be either a huge move up, or a small reject, and it'll retrace for a little bit and just continue to retrace. But you best believe it's going to go up eventually, and I think it could possibly be now. Why now? You have small caps running, you have mid caps running, you have the perfect storm brewing for it. Okay, you have a bull market for it, pretty much. So this thing has a humongous left shoulder, right shoulder, and like I've been talking about all stream, if this breaks above the left shoulder, like it's sitting at right now, that $75, $76 level, this thing's blasting up to $90, $100 easily. Okay? So this is the stock that I'm talking about. Like, you can front run people. You can get into good stocks. You can get into, you don't have to get into something that's been green for 6 weeks straight, and now you're hoping that it's green for the 7th and 8th week so you can make some money. There's a bunch of stocks in the market. That's why I come on here live. That's why I come on here and sit with you guys and talk with you guys, so we can get you into some great positions, so we can have your holiday season be great and blessed. And God did, But anyway, you look at the monthly as well, okay? I just showed you one reason why I liked it. It was in that head and shoulders, the left shoulder, right shoulder, and if it breaks above, it's gonna go crazy. But if you look at the monthly as well, like, look at the monthly. Look, man, I'm not looking at something like Mara with my boy Nick's. Like, I'm just not, okay? I'm just not. Bro is up 2,000%. Like, this is an old screenshot from December 20th. He called this out a while ago. There's no way I'm looking at something like Mara. Now, you have to know that it's going to continue to go up, okay? Like, this was back in November 20th. This is why you have to be inside the Discord. This is why if you get the sale right now, this is $50 a year to get into long-term positions like this. It's $50 a year. Why? Because I want to help you guys build a foundation and have you not spend that much on, a simple subscription. It's $50 a year, bro. With the discount, it's $50 a year. Now, it's going to go up. You best believe after the sale, I'm going to put it up because $100 is very, very cheap considering bro called out Mara. I called out. If you go on this channel, nothing has missed for the past 3, 4, 5 months. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. Anyways, I'm not looking at Mara when this thing's up 15. Like, Nick, he's up 2,000%. Now, yes, Mara will continue to go up. Yes, Mara will continue, to do what it does because Bitcoin, I think, is going to get to 100K. I think Bitcoin is going to continue to go up. But I'm not going to pay too much attention to it right now because there's better opportunities. Anyway, if you look at CRISPR, this thing is holding above the 21 EMA on the monthly time frame. Christmas present paid for. T-Dot got me right. Yeah, like, T-Dot went stupid, man. And the thing you got to realize, you take the T-Dot profits, you then put it into something like CRISPR, now you doubled up. Man, I love the stock market. I love bull markets when you know what you're doing. Bull markets when you know what you're doing, it's life-changing, man. It's been life-changing this year. But if you look at the monthly on CRISPR, it's holding above that 21 EMA on the monthly, okay? It hasn't done that since it fell. Like, since it had that big run back in 2020 where it went from, $40 all the way up to $200, and it held above there, bounced from it, etc. And then it fell. It's been rejecting there since last year, June of 2022. Reject. But now guess what you have this month? You have 2 closes. Unless something crazy happens in the next 4 or 5 days where it closes below $58, which would be a $7 downfall, which would be crazy. This thing is going to end up closing above the 21 EMA 2 months in a row. So I'm anticipating a big, hopefully. Hopefully. If not, hey, man, you won't see me again. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, thanks for the financial advice. Bro, you about to get me in trouble, man. You're about to get me in trouble, man. This is not financial advice. This is great advice. There you go. It's not financial advice. It's just great advice. We try to make some people money, man. We try to make some people money, man. We try to make some people some money. But I've been live for 50 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, man. Sorry for not going live on Sunday. I had some stuff to handle. I had some stuff to do. But hey, man, we're back at it. This is basically the Sunday live stream on a Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We had a lot of great people in here. I'm sorry if I didn't look at the stock you wanted me to look at, but if you're in the Discord, just type in the Discord. I'll take a peek at it. We'll look at it. You could tell anybody in the Discord and they'll look at it. We love charting in there. So put it in the Discord and I'll look at it if you're in there. But or DM me. You know who I am. You know who I am in the Discord. So but thank you guys all for tuning in, man. The link is in the bio for anything you need. There's the holiday sale. Holiday sale that's it's about to expire soon, okay? It's limited. It's literally limited. It's gonna expire soon. It's gonna be the last sale for 5 to 6 months. Don't ask me about a sale for 5 to 6 months after this one, okay? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the Discord. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Like I said, there's a PS5 giveaway. All you got to do is go to the Twitter, go to this December 20th post, do everything. The PS5 giveaway is Sunday. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, man. And I'm out. Peace.